Wow. Congratulations. Errol Spence has retired after losing to Tim Tszyu. Errol Spence had a great career, a lucrative career. I still believe that he could still get a big name, a big fight in 154, even though that, of course, he lost to Tim Tszyu in a unanimous decision. He hasn't been in the ring for 3 years. He doesn't believe in tune-ups. Maybe if he could get a tune-up, get himself, prepared better physically and game planning and also chemistry wise with Ronnie Shields, I think it would have done a good justice for him to get a tune up and then believe in the system and then go out there and fight a guy like an active guy like a Tim Tszyu. But at the end of the day, man, we got to give a lot of credit to Errol Spence. He tried. He ain't laid down for nobody. I don't believe that he got demoralized, in my opinion. Like I said again, he could get a big fight in 154 because of his name, man. Maybe, of course, he won't be favorite. Of course, there's still a potential big fight with Virgil Ortiz and Errol Spence in Dallas, Texas. I know some of y'all gonna be like, hell no, look what Tim Tszyu did. Yeah, at the end of the day, not everybody gonna be undefeated. Not everybody gonna have this type of a career like a Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, Joe Calzaghe. But you can still make bread. But like he said in the post-fight interview, he got all his faculties in order. And congratulations to Errol Spence. What is next for Tim Tszyu? The winner. You know what I'm saying? I did have this fight, 117, 111 as well. Like 2 judges had it. Tim Tszyu said that he'd rather stay in the 160-pound division. I think the 160-pound division is up for grabs outside of Carlos Adames, El Dominicano. I think that Carlos will beat Tim Tszyu. But I believe that Tim Tszyu could get a world title in 160-pound division because it's probably one of the weakest division in the sport of boxing at the moment right now. Everybody moving up to 168. And I think the 168-pound division is stacked up. Errol Spence did look a little smaller than the Tim Tszyu. Again, he retired. You got Bud, he retired. A lot of people thought that he was already a retired fighter anyway after the Bud Crawford beating him from pillar to post. But one thing about Errol the True Spence, he doesn't lay down for nobody, even in the fight with Terrence Bud Crawford. Kudos to Errol Spence. He tried. He went to the body. He tried. I think that he was just off balance a lot of the times. He stayed in line. He's a very predictable fighter. He's a cut and paste type of fighter. But one thing about Errol the True Spence, that he got heart, he got grit, and he's gonna just keep on going and keep on fighting. But shout out to Tim Tszyu on this one. I'm not surprised too much about how Tim Tszyu won this fight. Again, I think he's safer at 160 than at 154. I think he loses I think he loses to Virgil Ortiz. I think he loses to Boots. I think he loses to even Josh Kelly. I think he loses to a lot of people in the 154-pound division. So it's safe for Tim Tszyu to go to 160 and try to conquer that division that is up for grabs. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. Who's next? The biggest fight at 154. We seen Josh Kelly. He was all bloodied up and stuff like that, winning a unanimous decision as well. I believe that Josh Kelly versus Boots Ennis will be the next fight. It's a fight that, if you follow the channel, I've been pumping since 2018, 2019. A lot of people are going to look at Josh Kelly's performance, going to be like, oh man, I think that look, I think the 154-pound division is a stacked division, is the most competitive division. A lot of these fighters do look ordinary in the 154-pound division. A lot of these fighters do look vulnerable. So anything can happen at 154. That's cliche to say, but anything can happen at 154 amongst the top 7, top 10. You never know who's gonna really show up 100% and look like a pound for pound fighter. There could have been a fight with Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence. But yeah, I think too much of a layoff and going inside the ring with a guy that's active like that. Maybe he needed to do what Boo Boo did. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself a better fight after the David Benavidez. Get your confidence back, get your power back, get that hype, that happiness back, that momentum, and then go into a big fight. That doesn't mean you're going to win the big fight like a Keith Thurman. That doesn't mean you're going to win a big fight with Fundora. But Fundura's an enigma as well. I think if Fundora would have fought Errol the True Spence, it would have been worse. So I think it was smart for Errol Spence to pick Tim Tszyu. He went to a decision. Kudos to his career. Kudos to Tim Tszyu's victory. Let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Love you. God bless. And on to the next.